The Brexit saga entered a new stage after the shellacking the Conservative Party took in the European parliamentary elections in May 2019. That triggered the announcement that Prime Minister May would step down. We have a couple of thoughts as we wait to see who will be selected as the head of the Conservative Party and become Prime Minister. Now, there's a divisive split in the Conservative Party. There are those who want a hard Brexit, and they're quite willing to crash out on October 31 without a deal with the European Union. And then there's another group in the Tory party. These are members who want to honor the Brexit referendum to leave, and yet they want to negotiate a trade deal with the EU, avoid disruption, and keep the economy functioning relatively smoothly. Our thoughts turn to the demise of the Liberal Party back a century ago. Led by two strong personalities that could not have been more different, Herbert Asquith and David Lloyd George. These men led the Liberal Party to a massive victory in 1906 with almost 400 seats in Parliament. By the election of 1924, the Liberals were down to 40 seats in Parliament and had been eclipsed by the rise of the Labour Party, which did not even exist back in 1906. While at one time Asquith and Lloyd George had been able to work together, that relationship crumbled during the Great War with fights about how fast to allow colonies their independence, the pace of progressive reforms and voting rights, introduction of a social safety net, and of course, the ever-present question of what to do about Ireland. The Liberal Party was irretrievably split, and it descended into political oblivion. So what does this walk down memory lane have to do with Brexit and the next Prime Minister? It gives us some important questions to ponder. First, is the Conservative Party so badly split, as was the Liberal Party a century ago, that it will be decimated in the next election, whenever it comes? Some say a hard Brexit or crashing out with no deal would be political suicide. Some say it would be political suicide for the Conservative Party to advocate a second referendum. There's just no obvious way out for a Tory leader. Politicians may want to consider that committing political suicide means you must live with it the rest of your life. And then there's the Irish border question. If a hard Brexit leads inevitably to a hard border between Northern Ireland and the Republic of Ireland, and that seems the direction in which the Conservative Party might go, why wouldn't the Democratic Unionist Party of Northern Ireland just pull the plug on the Conservative government? Elections could be coming soon. The bottom line is that we still don't know how Brexit might be resolved or whether there will be a second referendum. But there's a very good chance the next Prime Minister of the UK may not serve the year out. Brexit has a way of shortening political careers. I'm Blue Putnam, Chief Economist, CME Group.